The most pressing issue in our lives is, in fact, sin. It's not the oil change. It's not a disgruntled employee. It's not the raise. It's not what clothes you're going to wear. It's not closing a deal. It's not fixing the leaky sink. It's not even date night with your spouse. The most pressing issue in your life, the thing that is most important for you to address, for me to address, is sin. It's whatever is standing between who you are and who you could be, and who I am and who I could be. Jesus in this week's gospel, he uses some intense language, doesn't he? He uses some seriously intense language. It's not really the meek and mild shepherd Jesus. It's not baby Jesus. It's not the Jesus that you go to when you're feeling vulnerable necessarily. This is tough, challenging, direct, simplifying Jesus. And Jesus says, he says it directly, doesn't he? He says, if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out, right? It's better for you to enter the kingdom of heaven with one eye than it is for you to be thrown into Gehenna where the worms never die. It's better for you. In other words, enduring the pain, literally enduring the pain of plucking your eye out and living the rest of your life with one eye is better and is worth it, as opposed to living the rest of your life with both eyes, tolerating sin, because of where it will bring you in this life and in the next. Like where it will bring you, it makes that amount of pain worth it. So the church helps us out in many ways in terms of our understanding of sin and what Jesus is talking about, because the church gives us what the church calls the 7 deadly sins. These 7 deadly sins are really the core crux of the obstacle standing between who we are and who we could be. And each of the 7 deadly sins, they're worth plucking your eye out over. They are worth plucking your eye out over so that they don't have a hold in my life and that they don't have a hold in your life. Because each of the 7 deadly sins, though they're different, they all have the same mission. And that mission is to destroy you. They want to destroy you from the inside out. And as Jesus declares so directly, these forces of evil, they cannot be dialogued with. They cannot be leveraged. You can't give them an inch, because if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They'll take your whole life. And so the 7 enemies of the soul, they are envy, gluttony, lust, pride, anger, greed, and apathy. So what I want to do here is I want to actually just go over all 7 of them, taking a quick look at each of them and how to pluck them out of your life. So I will juxtapose the deadly sin with something that will help pluck it out, All right, so envy. Envy wants you to spend your life being consumed by the accumulation of things. And you can kill it, you can pluck it out through generosity. Lust wants you to spend your life consumed in the pleasures of the world. And you can kill it with purity by dethroning pleasure from its desired place of supremacy. Anger wants you to spend your life consumed by wrongs, perceived or real, and you can kill it with a patience that's willing to endure and a spirit that is committed to forgiving. Pride wants you to spend your life consumed by the need to be God. And you can kill it with humility, recognizing that all good things come from the Creator, which is God. Gluttony wants you to spend your life consumed by an endless need for more. Like there's nothing that will ever satisfy you. And you can kill it with temperance by taking all things in moderation to the point of goodness. Apathy, the final one, wants you to spend your entire life consumed by comfort, unwilling to do anything difficult. And you can kill it with diligence, the diligence to do the right thing at the right time for the right reasons without exception, even if it means sacrificing comfort. Those are the 7 deadly sins, and those are the 7 methods of plucking that sin out from your life. Because now, here's something undeniably true. You cannot become who God made you to be while also tolerating envy, greed, lust, anger, adultery, pride, gluttony, and apathy. You can't help, on the other hand, becoming who God made you to be with kindness, generosity, purity, patience, temperance, humility, and diligence to do hard things. It can be so easy to be consumed in this life by what is merely temporal, by what is merely right now, but it's imperative. And this week, Jesus really focuses in on it. It's imperative to remember, I'm an eternal being. You are an eternal being. And what is eternal, what I should say has eternal ramifications, is always more important and always more urgent than something that is temporal. It's part of the reason why Jesus says, don't worry about what you're going to wear or what you're going to eat or what you're going to be clothed with. I know you need these things right now, but they're temporal needs, and they pale in comparison to your eternal need, your eternal need for holiness, your eternal need for communion with God, your eternal need for love. Those are always more important than what's temporary. So do the work. Surround yourself with grace. Pluck out the 7 deadly sins from your life, because they are literally trying to kill you for all of eternity. And don't delay. God bless you. Have a great Sunday.